Hello, my friends. Thank you very much for joining me on PMP exam daily drills. Those of you getting ready for the PMP exam will find these drills to be useful. Let's get straight into our drill for today. The first drill that I have for you is with regards to an output known as test and evaluation documents. Test and evaluation documents is an output of which process? I'll give you 10 seconds. Three, two, and one. The answer to this question, my friends, is none other than manage quality. Manage quality will give you the output known as test and evaluation documents. Let's go on to our next process. The next one I have for you is none other than the team charter. Team charter is an output of which process? 10 seconds. Three, two, and one. The answer is a team charter is an output of the process known as plan resource management. Now remember, from plan resource management, you also get the resource management plan. So there are two major outputs that come from that process. Let's go on to our next process. The next question is, the stakeholder register is an output of which process? 10 seconds. And the answer, as you can see, my friends, is none other than identify stakeholders. Identify stakeholders gives you the major output, the stakeholder register. Let's move on to our next drill. The next drill I have for you is schedule forecasts. Schedule forecasts is an output of which process? 10 seconds. Three, two, and one. The answer to the question is control schedule. From control schedule, we get schedule forecasts. Bear in mind, we also get WPI from control schedule. Let's move on to our next process. The next question I have for you is schedule data is an output of which process? 10 seconds. Three, two, and one. Scheduled data is an output from the process known as develop schedule. Develop schedule gives you scheduled data along with a number of other interesting outputs. Let's move on to our next process. The question is, risk report is an output of which process? Think carefully about this one. All right, 3, 2, and 1. The answer to this, my friends, is of course from risk management, and it's the same process that gives you another very important output, but I will not spill the beans. The answer is identify risks, and that is the process from which you get the risk report. Let's move on to our next point of discussion, still an output of something. The question is, risk register is an output of which process? 10 seconds. Three, 2, and 1. The answer to this one, my friends, is identify risks. From identify risks, you get the risk register. You also get the risk report. Let's move into the last few pieces of page 89 that we have to talk about. To round up page 89, I have 2 more questions to ask you that overlap with what I have asked you in the past. Here's the first question, the first of the last 2. Resource requirements is an output of which process? All right, 3, 2, and 1. The answer to this one, my friends, is estimate activity resources. From estimate activity resources, we get resource requirements. And this is our final one for today. It has also been covered previously in this series. The question is as follows. Resource calendars is an output of which process? Five, 4, resources. Acquire resources gives you resource calendars. Of course, not to be confused with project calendars. That will be for a different discussion. But for now, we are done. And I hope all of this made sense to you. Thank you for joining me. Remember, if you're looking for project management training, coaching, or help, visit www.praizion.com. Thank you and bye for now.